Assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to introduce yourself in Arabic. So let's go. In the past 9 lessons, we learned about how to say hello, goodbye, thank you, and how to respond accordingly. Also, we learned how to ask questions and answer them about name, age, nationality, the country you are from, and the language that you can speak, and even to tell the job you are working. So we will use this information to form phrases to introduce ourselves. So we will need to use some of the greeting phrases, like for example, salam, marhaba, hala, ahlan wa sahlan, etc. etc. In Arabic it is ila akhirih, and it is abbreviated here alif lam kha, ila akhirih. Also we will say ana ismi, which means my name is, and then you tell the name, and أنا عمري, and you put the number of your age, and then you say سنة if it's more than 10, or سنوات if it's between 3 and 10. So we will say أنا عمري, for example 23 سنة, to tell the age, and we will use أنا من, and you name the country you are from. So for example, for myself I will say أنا من السعودية, which means I am from Saudi Arabia. Also, we will use أنا and tell the nationality right away. For example, for my case, I would say أنا سعودية. And we'll learn how to say also the profession. So for myself, I would say أنا باحثة, which means I am a researcher. And finally, we can use the phrase أنا أتكلم or أنا أتحدث, and you name the language or tell the numbers of the language you can speak. Like for example, أنا أتكلم or أنا أتحدث 4 لغات, or you can say أنا أتكلم اللغات العربية, الإنجليزية والفرنسية, for example. So these are the phrases we can form and use to introduce ourselves. But also we will learn a few things more in this lesson about how to tell I would like to introduce myself to people, and also how to say nice to meet you, or it is an honor to know you. Okay, now let's see how we can form the phrase that when you would like to introduce yourself to someone in Arabic, saying I would like to introduce myself to you. We will take it a step by step to build it. So the first thing when you want to say I would like in Arabic, it's actually we use more the phrase I desire, I like, I would love to. So أنا أرغب, أنا أحب. أنا أرغب or أنا أحب is the verb format of I desire or I would like. But in Arabic we can still use اسم الفاعل, which is the noun derived from the verb, and it works as the verb works. So اسم الفاعل from the verb أرغب, you say أنا راغب. But remember, in this one it's a noun or an adjective, so it can carry the gender. So if it's feminine, it will be أنا راغبة. For the verb أحب, you can say أنا حابب or أنا حاب. So you'd merge the two ba here to be one letter but with shadda. So أنا حاب if it's masculine, or أنا حابة if it's feminine. And that's how we can form that from them. So أنا أرغب, it works for both feminine and masculine because the verb in this case for the first person doesn't have a gender, just for the first person. أنا أحب, it works for both. If I am feminine or I am a masculine, I can use the same verb format. But if I would like to use the verbal noun or the noun that works as a verb, we will say أنا راغبة if it's feminine, or أنا راغب if it's masculine, or أنا حاب or أنا حابب if it's masculine, or أنا حابة if it's feminine. And actually we use this more than the first one, but still they are equally used in terms of how they give the same meaning. Okay, now we will go to the next step to say how I would say I would like to with the verb, or I would like plus the gerund, which is considered the noun, comes from the verb in Arabic. So if I would like to say I desire, or I would like, or I would love to, plus the verb, in this case we will add أن. So أنا أرغب في أن, or أنا أحب أن. The verb desire أرغب needs the preposition في to give the meaning for what's come next. But for the verb أحب, it doesn't need a preposition when we want to tell something after it. So to keep that in mind when you build the language for every vocabulary, right? For the verbal noun format from أرغب, which is راغب, or حابب from أحب, we say أنا راغب في أن plus the verb, or أنا حابب أن plus the verb. Remember, this format, which is the verbal noun that works as the verb, it has to be feminine if the speaker is feminine. So if for my case, because I am a woman, I would say أنا راغبة في أن until the verb, أنا حابة أن until the verb. For the format of the gerund is not really existed exactly in Arabic as it is in English, but the closest format that comes from the verb when we want to turn it to a noun, I would say is a gerund in English, but it is not really a gerund, the same exact definition in English. Anyway, it doesn't become any more a verb here. It becomes a noun. So, أنا أرغب في, and you tell the noun, or أنا راغب في, راغبة for feminine في, and you give the noun that derived from the verb that you want to tell. Okay. So here I did not use أحب or حابب because in Arabic the verb أحب or the verbal noun حابب, حابة, it does not come normally with the gerund-like format nouns in Arabic. Now we will say I would like to introduce or define myself. We use define in Arabic to introduce ourselves. Like if I would like to say I would like to introduce myself, or you would like to say I want or I would like introducing or defining myself. Let's go one by one. Okay. أنا أرغب في أن أقدم, it means introduce, or أعرف, it means define, نفسي, myself. Or you can say أنا أحب أن أقدم نفسي, أنا أحب أن أعرف نفسي. أنا راغب في أن أقدم نفسي. أنا راغبة as a feminine في أن أعرف نفسي. أنا حاب or حابب for the masculine أن أعرف نفسي. For the feminine أنا حابة أن أقدم نفسي. Now for the second format, when we would like to use the gerund, we use the verb desire or wanting. We don't use the verb أحب for it. So أنا أرغب في تقديم نفسي. تقديم is the gerund format from أقدم, or تعريف نفسي, the gerund like format from the verb أعرف. أنا راغب or أنا راغبة for the feminine في تقديم نفسي, في تعريف نفسي. Okay, now we ended up with this purple box. In the purple box, we have the entire formation of how we can say I would like to introduce myself in Arabic, in the Arabic logic or in the Arabic way. So before we move on more on the details about how we use each phrase, actually there are more synonyms for the verbs used here to tell I would like to introduce myself. Like for example, for the verb أرغب, which means I desire, we can also say I want. In Arabic, when you want to say I want, it's not similar to English. If you want to make it more polite, you say I would like. I want is still polite in Arabic if you are saying it in a good tone. So when you say I want to express that you want to introduce yourself, you say أنا أود. أود, this verb is very lovely in Arabic and I cannot really find an exact translation for it, but it means I passionately want. So أنا أود. If you would like just to say I want, you say أنا أريد. If you would like to say I want to, so to in this type of verbs is turned to be an. If you would like to say I want to, I would like to, I love to in this meaning or in this context, in Arabic it is an. So أنا أود أن, أنا أريد أن. If you'd like to say I want to introduce myself or define myself. So you would basically say أنا أود أن أقدم نفسي. أنا أريد أن أعرف نفسي. For example. Okay, now this is how we can say that in the modern standard Arabic. What about the spoken dialects today? Do you use the same format? Yes, and sometimes, no, and sometimes. Let me show you now how we can turn these from the modern standard Arabic to today's spoken dialects. The first thing, we will preserve this part which comes after I would like to or I would like when you use the verb or the gerund. This part, it doesn't change in the way of telling the sentence in the spoken dialects today. So أقدم نفسي or أعرف نفسي or تقديم نفسي تعريف نفسي stay as it is. The change always happen before that. So let's start from the bottom this time when we use the gerund. For the gerund format, we don't have any change. We have the change only on the verb format. So we remove most of the time in today's spoken dialect, an is dropped. That means to. You can still hear it sometimes when people, they are selling it, but usually when they want to stress on what they want to, but most of the time it's dropped in the spoken dialect. For the gerund, there is no an, so we use it exactly as it is. So we say أرغب في تقديم نفسي. أنا راغب في تعريف نفسي. Or أنا راغبة في تعريف نفسي for the feminine format. What about the rest here? So honestly, in most of today spoken dialects, people, they don't use the verb أرغب or راغب anymore unless if it's the kind of formal context. People, they use alternatives for this verb. Like أنا أبغى, أبي in Saudi Arabia, also أريد, similar to أريد but with فتحة on A, أريد, ودي, بدي, أشا, it's written here أشا, which is more like in the Yemeni accent, and أنا أشتي, it's also more in the Yemeni accents. In the Saudi Arabia, most of the Gulf countries, Arab use أنا أبغى or أنا أبي or أريد, and أنا ودي. But in Levantine Arabic is more about أنا بدي. So you will hear a lot Arabs in Saudi Arabia and surrounding countries, they are saying أنا أبغى أقدم نفسي, أنا أبي أعرف نفسي, أنا بدي أعرف نفسي, أنا أريد أعرف نفسي, so on and so forth, etc. So you need to pick up the one that for the dialects you are learning. For my own dialects, I use a lot أنا أبغى or أنا ودي. The second thing that for أنا أحب, people still using it all the time. أنا أحب أقدم نفسي, أنا أحب أعرف نفسي. But أنا حابب or أنا حابة, the feminine format, is more commonly used. So أنا حابب أقدم نفسي or أنا حاب أعرف نفسي for the masculine formats. أنا حابة أقدم نفسي. But in some dialects, there are other alternatives, like in the Egyptian Arabic, you will hear people say أنا عاوز or أنا عايز for the masculine form, أقدم نفسي, أعرف نفسي, أنا عاوزة or أنا عايزة أعرف نفسي. So these are the formats in the spoken dialects today. The easiest for you maybe in this lesson to start picking and using is the gerund format, because in the modern standard Arabic and the spoken dialects is exactly the same. For the verb format, I don't want it to look complicated, but it still is the same. Just drop an and pick the verb أحب or the verbal noun حابب, حاب masculine, حابة feminine, and you tell أقدم نفسي أعرف نفسي. But you need to get used to use these in the spoken dialects because they are really so common. For example, you will hear a lot of people in the supermarket, on the street, daily shopping or daily talk, like أنا أبغى شوكولاتة, for example, which means I would like to get chocolate or I would like to have chocolate. أنا أبغى آكل, which means I would like to eat. So it's very good to get using to these. It depends on the dialect. Or أنا ودي آكل, which means I would like to eat passionately, like I would like passionately to eat. That's now the part about how to introduce yourself by saying I would like to introduce myself in Arabic. Okay, now we came to the part how to tell someone nice to meet you or it is an honor to know you in Arabic. In Arabic, nice to meet you is not exactly the same construct we use. We most of the time say we got honored or we are honored to know you. Or you just say I got honored, which is an indication that I got an honored knowing you or meeting you. So if I would like to say I got honored or we got honored, تشرفت, تشرفنا. Another way, we say I got honored by knowing you, so تشرفت بمعرفتك. If you'd like to say for me it is an honor by knowing you, this is the Arabic logic. So لي الشرف بمعرفتك. Next, I got pleased by knowing you or meeting you. أنا سررت بمعرفتك بلقائك. But this is more like very modern standard Arabic. If you would like also to use it in another way, say أنا ممنون or ممنونة for feminine لمعرفتنا للقائنا, which means I got grateful for our knowing or our meeting. Okay, more on the side of between modern standard and spoken dialect commonly used, say أنا سعيد سعيدة بمعرفتك or بلقائك, which means I'm happy by knowing you or meeting you. أنا سعيدة إني تعرفت عليك. I got happy that I know you. أنا سعيد or سعيدة, which is the masculine feminine. إننا تعرفنا or تعرفنا. I'm happy that we know each other or we got to know each other. If we would like to use the ممنون ممنونة, so أنا ممتن or ممتنة لمعرفتك للقائك. Similar construct, but just using different way to say happy or grateful. أنا ممتن or ممتنة إني التقيت or التقيت بك, as in the modern standard Arabic. أنا ممتن ممتنة إننا التقينا, or like the التقينا is the modern standard Arabic pronunciation, but in the spoken dialect you will hear التقينا. تلاقينا in the modern standard Arabic, تلاقينا in the spoken dialect. I would like to not run this without mentioning that سعيد or سعيدة also it can be replaced with مسرور مسرورة, which means I'm glad, but this is rarely used in modern standard Arabic. You will hear it a lot when you are listening to cartoons or on the TV or on like formal radio talks in modern standard Arabic. And finally, a happy chance or a sweet coincidence. This is really like used in spoken dialects. Most of the time it's used in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, in a lot of parts of the Arabic world, or even in like formal or informal talks in modern standard Arabic or spoken dialects, which means it was a pleasure or it was really a good time or a good chance to meet you. But most of the time we say it when we met this person for the first time or in unplanned way. So فرصة سعيدة, صدفة حلوة. We came to the last part of this lesson where we have an example of two girls they met for the first time, two language exchange speak in Arabic. The first one saying سلام, حابة أعرف نفسي. أنا سارة, عمري 23 سنة. أنا من السودان. أنا طالبة أتكلم 3 لغات, العربية, الفرنسية, والإنجليزية. سعيدة بتعرفنا. The other girl replied, شكرا سارة. اسمي جوليا. أنا عمري 26 سنة. أنا كورية من سيول. أنا محاسبة. أتحدث كذلك 3 لغات, الكورية, الإنجليزية, والعربية. تشرفنا. We arrived to the end of this lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to learn the possessive adjectives and pronouns. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumb up if you like it and found it useful. Share it with friends and family who are interested in learning Arabic. And write in the comment section your opinion about this lesson, your questions, and anything you want to learn or confuse you. I will make on clarifying that and answer your question as soon as possible. Please follow me on my page on Instagram, Learn Arabic with Hana. شكرا على المشاهدة. Thank you for watching. مع السلامة. Goodbye.